Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig. The Sleepy Princess.
It is night time. Peppa and George are going to bed.
Good night, Peppa and George.
Mummy, Daddy.
Yes, Peppa?
I'm not sleepy. Can I have a story?
But maybe George is sleepy and doesn't want a story.
George, do you want a story? Say yes.
All right, I will tell you just one story.
If Daddy Pig tells you a story, you must both promise to go to sleep.
We promise.
I think I'll tell you the story of the Sleepy Princess.
Is it a good story? It sounds a bit boring.
It's not boring. It's very good.
Is there a little princess in it?
Peppa, if you keep talking, Daddy Pig can't start the story.
Sorry, Mummy. Is there a little princess in the story, Daddy?
Oh, yes, there is a little princess in it. The Sleepy Princess. Once upon a time, in a castle, there lived a little princess, and she was called the Sleepy Princess.
Daddy, why was she called that?
I'll get to that later.
Was the Sleepy Princess pretty?
Yes, she was very pretty. She loved looking at herself in the mirror.
I am so pretty. Who else was living in the castle?
Well...
The others in the castle were the small prince, Queen Mummy, and King Daddy.
That's right. They were all living there as well.
Did King Daddy have a big tummy?
Of course not. He was very handsome. Like me. Anyway, there was also a dragon.
Dinosaur!
A dinosaur? Oh, yes. It wasn't a dragon. It was a dinosaur. Living outside was a huge, fierce dinosaur.
Oh dear, maybe the dinosaur wasn't quite that fierce, Daddy Pig.
Sorry, George. No, the dinosaur was very gentle. It ate lots of grass.
Daddy Pig!
Oh, sorry. I was being the dinosaur.
Daddy, why is the princess called the Sleepy Princess?
I'm coming to that. You see, the sun set, then the stars and moon came out, and everyone got very sleepy. But the most sleepy of all was the Sleepy Princess. Peppa, are you sleepy?
No, Daddy. I am not sleepy at all.
But somebody is.
George, wake up. You'll miss the end of the story.
Well, Peppa might not be sleepy, but the Sleepy Princess certainly was. Looking at herself all day in the mirror had completely worn her out. Let's carry you to bed. Good night. The Sleepy Princess was so sleepy, she had fallen fast asleep.
Thank you for that story, King Daddy.
You're welcome, Queen Mummy.
And our little prince and princess enjoyed it too.
I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig.
Peppa and George are having a fancy dress party. All their friends are invited. Peppa is dressed as a fairy princess. And George is dressed as a dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
Here are Peppa's friends: Candy Cat, Susie Sheep, Danny Dog, Rebecca Rabbit and Pedro Pony. Susie is wearing her nurse's costume.
Hello, Susie.
Hello, Mr. Pig.
I'm glad the nurse has arrived. Have you just come from the hospital?
I'm not a real nurse. It's just pretend.
Very good. My. Who have we here?
I'm a pirate. Shiver me timbers. Meow. I'm a witch. I can turn you into a frog.
Nay.
I'm a clown.
That's funny. What are you, Rebecca Rabbit?
I'm a carrot.
Fantastic. Come in. There's a fairy princess and a dinosaur waiting to meet you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Peppa.
Nay.
Hello, Susie. I'm Princess Peppa. You must bow when you speak to me. Hello, Your Majesty. I'm Nurse Susie. Open wide and say ah. Ah.
Nay.
I'm a clown. Do something funny. Rebecca, why are you dressed as a carrot? I like carrots. Dinosaur. A scary dinosaur.
Peppa is admiring herself in the mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? You are Peppa. Meow. Hello, Peppa. Hello, I'm a little fairy princess. I'm a witch. Meow. And I've got a magic wand. I've got a magic wand too. I can turn you into a frog. And I'll turn you into a frog. Dinosaur.
Oh dear, George is scared of his own reflection.
Oh, silly George. Look, it's you in the mirror. Children, it's time to decide who has the best fancy dress costume.
We need a judge.
Me.
As it's Peppa's party, maybe she should be the judge.
I'm the judge. Daddy, what is a judge?
The judge decides who has the best costume.
Oh, goody.
Peppa is going to choose who has the best costume.
Susie, can I see your costume, please? I'm Nurse Susie. I make people better. Very good, Nurse Susie. Now, Danny. I'm a pirate. Shiver me timbers. Now, Candy. Meow. I'm a witch. I can turn you into a frog. Well, I'm a fairy princess and I can turn you into a frog.
Children.
Sorry, Mummy.
Who's next?
I'm a clown. That's funny. And Rebecca? I'm a carrot. Lovely. And my little brother George is a scary dinosaur. Everyone's costume is very good. Hooray!
Now you say who the winner is.
Oh, yes. And the winner is... me.
Oh.
Peppa, you can't pick yourself. You're the judge.
Oh, can't I?
You have to pick another winner.
OK. The carrot wins. Hooray! Thank you.
Peppa loves fancy dress parties. Everyone loves fancy dress parties. George has found the second clue. Sticks in the shape of an arrow.
Look, they point this way. I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig. Mr. Skinny Legs.
Peppa is playing with her doll's house. George is playing too. Peppa is making a tea party for the doll family.
Here, George. I'm the mummy and daddy. You can be the children. Children, it's nearly tea time, so you must wash your hands.
George is putting the dolls to bed.
Night-night. George, why are you putting the children to bed? They're having a tea party.
George likes putting the dolls to bed.
Children, come downstairs right now, or you won't get any cake.
George isn't listening. He's too busy putting the dolls to bed.
George, if you want to play with my doll's house, you have to help with the tea party. Here, George. You can fill the teapot with water. Children, come downstairs right now. Mummy, we're coming.
George is going to fill the teapot with water.
Ooh.
George has found a spider in the sink. George wants the spider to be his friend.
Oh.
George likes the spider. The spider likes George. Peppa loves playing tea parties.
Where are all the chocolate biscuits, Daddy? We had lots yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, Mummy. I must have eaten them all. Ho, ho, ho. Naughty Daddy.
George is putting the spider to bed.
Night-night. George, what are you doing? You have to help me with the tea party. Help! Help! Daddy! There's a spider in my bedroom.
Oh, don't worry, Peppa.
Please, Daddy, take it away.
No need to panic. Hello, George. Have you seen the spider?
It's too scary. Take it away.
There's no need to be afraid, Peppa. Spiders are very, very small and they can't hurt you. But don't worry. Daddy will take it out of the bedroom. Whoa! He's quite big, isn't he? I'll just fetch Mummy Pig. Mummy Pig!
Hello, Mr. Skinny Legs.
Peppa feels a little bit braver.
He likes being in my doll's house.
Hello, children. I hear you found a little spider. I'll take him out of the bedroom so you two can play.
Mummy, his name is Mr. Skinny Legs.
Ah! Mr. Skinnylegs is big, isn't he?
Peppa and George like the spider.
Night-night.
George is putting the spider to bed.
No, George. He wants some tea. He doesn't want to be in bed. Are you hungry, Mr. Skinny Legs? Would you like some cake?
Peppa isn't afraid of the spider anymore.
Mummy, Daddy, sit down. We are all going to have tea with Mr. Skinny Legs. Who wants tea?
Me, please.
Me, please. Delicious.
Peppa loves playing tea parties.
Here's your tea, Mr. Skinny Legs. What's that? You want to say hello to my daddy? Hello, Mr. Daddy Pig.
Hey, that's all right, Peppa. Let Mr. Skinnylegs drink his tea.
You're not scared, are you, Daddy?
Oh, no, of course not. Well, not so close. Whoa!
Peppa likes Mr. Skinnylegs. Everyone likes Mr. Skinnylegs.
I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig. Musical instruments.
Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig have been tidying the house.
Mummy Pig and I found this old box in the attic.
Ooh.
Can anyone guess what's inside?
Nope.
It's full of musical instruments.
Wow.
They are a bit old and dusty. Achoo!
This is the violin I used to play when I was little.
Mummy, can you play your violin?
I haven't played it for a long time.
Please, Mummy, please play it.
I hope I haven't forgotten how.
Bravo!
Hey! Mummy, can I play the violin?
Hold it like this.
Yes, Mummy.
Oh dear, I do not think it is meant to sound like that. George wants to try.
Hold it like this, George.
Oh!
That does not sound quite right either.
The violin is too hard to play.
Peppa, maybe you would do better with this tin drum.
Thank you, Daddy.
That sounds better. Peppa loves playing the drum.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, it sounds very nice.
This is Daddy Pig's old accordion.
I used to play this to Mummy Pig when we first met.
Oh, Daddy Pig. I remember this tune.
George wants to play the accordion too.
Are you sure, George? The accordion is quite difficult.
George, the accordion is almost as difficult to play as my drum.
OK, George.
Oh.
Maybe George is a bit too little to play the accordion.
Daddy, what other instruments are in the box?
Just this horn.
Can I try?
You have to blow it very hard.
That does not sound right.
It's impossible.
I think I used to be able to play it.
That really does not sound right.
Maybe it just needs someone big and strong like me.
That does not sound right either.
Peppa's right. It is impossible to play.
Never mind, Daddy Pig. Just stick to the accordion. You play it beautifully.
Well, I do play it quite nicely, even if I say so myself.
And I'll play my violin.
And I will play my drum.
Mummy Pig plays the violin. Daddy Pig plays the accordion. Peppa plays the drum. But what instrument will George play? George is blowing the horn.
Mummy couldn't play the horn, and Daddy couldn't play it, and even I couldn't play it. But George can play it. I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig. The Tooth Fairy.
Peppa and George are having their favourite food, spaghetti.
What a lot of noise!
Finished!
Now we'll have a bit of quiet.
What's that?
It's a tooth.
Where did that come from?
Peppa, maybe you should look in the mirror.
Oh. It's my tooth. It's fallen out.
Don't worry, Peppa. It's just a milk tooth. They're meant to fall out.
Will I grow a new one, Mummy?
Yes, you will, Peppa. It also means the Tooth Fairy will be paying you a visit.
Tooth Fairy?
Yes, the Tooth Fairy. If you put the tooth under your pillow tonight, the Tooth Fairy will come. The Tooth Fairy will take the tooth, and in its place, she will leave a shiny coin.
When I grow up, I want to be a tooth fairy.
Oh, and what would you like to be when you grow up, George?
Dinosaur.
A dinosaur.
Quick, George. It's bedtime. We don't want to miss the tooth fairy.
Before going to bed, Peppa and George brush their teeth.
Peppa, what are you doing?
I'm brushing my tooth so it's nice and clean for the tooth fairy.
Peppa cannot wait to get into bed. Peppa is putting her tooth under the pillow for the Tooth Fairy.
Good night, Peppa and George.
Good night, Mummy. Good night, Daddy.
Good night, my little piggies.
George, I'm not going to sleep. Let's both stay awake all night and see the tooth fairy. This tooth fairy is very late.
The Tooth Fairy is taking a long time to arrive.
Where is that tooth fairy?
What is that noise? Is it the Tooth Fairy?
George, can you hear something? Oh, George.
Oh, the noise is George. He was so tired he has fallen asleep.
George is not very good at staying awake, but I am. I'm going to stay awake and see the tooth fairy. I'm not going to sleep.
The Tooth Fairy has arrived. But Peppa is asleep.
Hello, Peppa. Would you like this coin in return for your tooth? What a nice clean tooth. Thank you, Peppa. Good night.
Peppa, George, wake up. It's morning.
What? I wasn't asleep.
Did the Tooth Fairy come?
No.
Let's take a look under your pillow.
Oh, look, Peppa. The Tooth Fairy has been and she's left you a coin.
Hooray!
You fell asleep, didn't you?
Well, maybe I fell asleep just for a little bit. Next time I will stay awake and I will see the Tooth Fairy. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig.
Tiny Kingdom, big surprises.
Was that meant to happen?
It's Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom when we come back.
Michael was born with a heart defect. He spent the first 8 months of his life in and out of hospitals, and he didn't really have an opportunity to learn like other kids do. He was so far behind, I was worried that he would never catch up. And that's when we found abcmouse.com. We started with the alphabet songs. From the very moment we turned on that first letter A song, his mind opened up. A few months later, he's a completely different child. The more he played, the more he progressed. He took off with it. He's getting his alphabet, his numbers, shapes, colors. He's proud of himself. He's proud of what he can accomplish. Now, I'm not worried for him at all. I know he's not going to struggle. I know he's not going to have a tough time. Getting him on abcmouse.com was the smartest thing I ever did for him.
I'm Jerry Bell II.
And Jerry third.
I'm like a big bear. He's my little cub. This little guy is non-stop. He's always want to hang out with his friend. Got to be prepared to sit at the edge of your seat and be ready to get up. There's no deep couch sitting. It's definitely not good for my back. This is the part I really don't like right here. What's that?
Package.
It's a Swiffer wet jet. It almost feels like it's moving itself. It's kind of fun. That comes from my floor? This is deep couch sitting.
Deep Cow City.
Knock, knock.
What's the password?
Super pretzel.
Super Pretzel. We make the pretzel, you make the super.
Your wish has come true. Shimmer and Shine is available now for the first time ever on DVD. Join Shimmer, Shine, and Leah on 7 different magical adventures. Shimmer and Shine, available now on DVD.
When kids join Ben and Holly in their enchanted little kingdom, they learn about perseverance, teamwork, and friendship, and discover big adventure in the tiniest of places.
Somewhere, hidden amongst thorny brambles, is a little kingdom of elves and fairies. Everyone who lives here is very, very small.
I'm Ben Elf. And I'm Princess Holly.